So you guys might remember this game Tiny Glade was in my list of 5 games I'm looking forward to coming out this year. The demo came out today or yesterday, and I played it for legitimately like 15 minutes, maybe 20 minutes before recording this. But I wanted to give my relatively first impressions of it, kind of show you, the mechanics. It's really, really cool. And I'm sitting here with my coffee. It's a beautiful day outside, and there's nothing better to do on a day where it's nice outside than playing games inside. So we will play Tiny Glade a little bit. What's cool too is obviously it's not in the demo, but when making a new game, you have the options to choose a season, which I don't know if it'll like change the biome of like animals and plants, but I suspect it does. We'll be sticking in the summer, and this is what we start with. And just like based on the few minutes I was playing this, what is cool is like you don't really have to make any difficult creative decisions. Things kind of auto-populate as you're building. Like, for example, we'll just start. I'm gonna make like a little, almost a preset little cottage thing, and then we'll put a fence around it, and I'll kind of show you what I'm talking about. So let's just get rid of all this, and we'll start from literally scratch. Obviously in the demo, we just have this circle to work with, and it says in the full game we'll have this entire square. So I'm sure people are going to be building pretty sophisticated things, but for now let's just work with what we have. I'm gonna make a let's start with the house. So all we have in the demo is the tower, house, and like stone fence. And I'm assuming in the full game we get this like wooden fence here that we've seen in the trailers, but we'll start with this, and I will plop it right here, and there we go. And I realized the last time I played, you can do a few things to like adjust. You can grab it from one wall and like lengthen, extend it, and rotate it. Same thing with the roof, I think. Yeah, you can make the roof pointy or flat. And I love when it does this because, you can make like a freaking castle or a fortress, something, just let your creativity go crazy. And I like doing this to the roof because it looks more whimsical and cottagey. So we'll do that. And then I will throw a couple windows. And something I love, I was kind of confused about when I was playing before. Let me turn off the time of day too, because it's kind of annoying at night for the purposes of showing in the video. I couldn't figure out how to make a door when I was playing it beforehand, but all you have to do is select a path, and then making a path up to your wall creates a door. And I got rid of my windows because I'm assuming the house isn't big enough. So let's just make that a little taller. We'll slap those back on. And then I like to add this little lantern. When you add doors and paths and stuff, things like this just generate. Like the shovel and the rake here. I kind of got distracted by that side window. I didn't know I could even do that. So let's continue with our little home. Do another double window here. And then kitchen window, and then we'll do a couple random bedroom windows, living room windows. See, it adds this wheel, which was kind of cool. One of those adds a bucket. We'll do a couple second story windows, and then we'll do for the attic. Oh, the pointy one kind of looks like a Kyoto style house, but that looks more fairy-like, so we'll do that. Can truly just like throw something together, hardly any creative effort, and it just looks good. Anyways, we'll move to the tower, and I kind of want to attach it. We can just attach it to this side, which means I put these windows here for nothing, but it's fine. So it will make it tall. Same thing with the round building. You can expand and adjust its circumference. So we'll add a few windows here. I think on here, if you add 3, yeah, it does this little like auto windowsill thing. I'm gonna throw these together for the sake of seeing what it looks like. My graphics card is cooking right now. Once again, I'll show you what I mean when just adding the path, how it adds the door. So starting with this path that leads up to the house, let's move this across, and then door, and then shovel, etc. And so in this little patch here, let's put a garden. I guess that's a garden. We're limited to what we can do in this demo. There's like trees and a pond that are blocked off, as well as a lot of the colors. So if we select the color option and then check off one of the houses, we can do stone, gray, or orange. And then I think this is just to like remove some of the brick, but a lot of it's locked until the full game releases. And as well as more pointed windows, a flag, and I can't even tell what that is, as well as the wooden fence. So let's move over to the gate. Again, just for the sake of showing, I'll make like a circle that goes around this property. So we'll start, why not? Let's just go around the entire thing, right? It's a little tall, but that can be adjusted. And you see like how I messed up right here? There is like a snapping option when you're editing, but it like is really precise to how you move. I screwed up right there. You're not like locked on a grid. This has a pretty awesome amount of detail. So there we have the fence, and then one thing I liked too was when I was making the path beforehand, if you make this path go through the wall, it makes a little arch. And I honestly forgot how I did it, but yeah, here we go. You can adjust the height of this stone gate, and then you can add windows to that if you wanted. Can you change the color of it? You can. So we'll do that. And then we'll add this for the weary travelers. See, there's like different width paths. We'll stick to the medium one, and then we'll do... No, we'll do a small one that leads to back the house here, just for no reason other than I'm showing. That leads to the ladder in case we need the step stool. What's cool too is like, yes, you can pet the sheep, but it's really just satisfying using the cursor to just brush the grass or like the buildings or the fences. Like, let's just add I don't know, let's add more bush right here, and it just like flows so nicely. Look at that. Like how quaint. And that sheep has an umbrella. Anyways, there is one more thing worth showing, and that's the terrain modifier. I had a lot of fun with this a minute ago when I was playing, but you can make like rocks and cliffs, etc., like hills. So you can adjust, with your mouse, make a big rock. If you move over to the right, it smooths it out, turns it into more of a hill, and to the left, more of like a plateau down. So what I did the last time I was playing, I literally just like put this on a cliff, and the path, if you make a path on the cliff, it turns right into like stone steps. I thought that was pretty interesting. Yeah, there's just a lot of creativity to be had here, and I can definitely see myself spending more time than I'll be proud of messing around on this. There's a cat meowing. I'll attend to it shortly. Yeah, there's just going to be an endless amount of creativity people have here, especially like when you factor, okay, we have this tower, let's make it smaller than the house, flat, and then, you add a couple of these, and maybe there's some sort of mechanic where you can make a bridge, and then we can turn it into like some type of fortress or something, or even like residence. Already getting kind of distracted here. Yeah, look at that. Again, minimal amount of effort, and it already is like just so addicting. Look how nice it looks. Just when you look at it from different angles, it could make for a really cool wallpaper. Anyways, think that'll do it. I didn't want to make this video too long. Make sure to check out Tiny Glade on Steam if you found this video interesting, or if the game looks interesting to you, and let me know in the comments what you think, and I will see you guys in the next one.